Hi everyone, and welcome to today's workshop. I wanted to take a couple of seconds to introduce you to the YMCA Employment Services for those of you that are not already familiar. Whether you're looking for an entry-level job or a more senior role, finding a job is never easy, and that's why our free employment programs are here to support you throughout this process. During the times of COVID, we have moved our services online and virtually offer workshops. In addition to Monday to Friday from 12 to 2, employment coaches are here to support you and answer your employment questions in real time. Check out our website for more information about all of the services we have to offer. If you have any questions about today's workshop or any of our free employment programs, please contact one of our sites, St. Catharines, Thorold, or Niagara Falls. Thanks so much and have a great day.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm an employment coach, and I work at the YMCA Employment and Immigrant Services, and I work at the Niagara Falls office.
Hi, my name is Randy. I'm an employment coach and I work out of the St. Catharines office. Today we're going to be discussing types of interviews. We will be covering one-to-one interviews, testing interviews, panel interviews, phone interviews, as well as group and video interviews such as Skype.
So we're going to start with one-to-one interviews. This is your most common form of interviews. This includes yourself as the applicant and an employer representative. So this can be anybody from a director, an HR representative, or a supervisor. Some of the advantages of having a one-to-one interview is that you are the only participant in the room. So this means that your body language, facial expressions are going to be more clearly identified. So it's really important to pay attention to your eye contact and how you're connecting with that employee representative during your interview. You have a great potential to build a strong rapport with the interviewer. This also gives you more time and a chance to invest in your responses and explanations during the interview. So when those interview questions come, you have a great opportunity to give a more expressive and more detailed information with regards to your experience and your education.
As Kim has said, rapport can be a great advantage in an interview. However, it can also be a disadvantage. If you don't immediately build a strong connection with the interviewer, it can offset and set the tone for an interview, in which case you really just want it to end, so it will be over. The interview outcomes also might be inconsistent depending on rapport, which means if you get an applicant who has a very strong rapport with the employer, they're going to have a more in-depth interview and less formalized than the interview that you might get if you don't have that rapport with the employer. Testing interviews. This is used to assess applicants' knowledge, skills, and abilities. Job board assessments. If you do an online application through a variety of different job boards, you might be emailed an assessment that might be 5 to 10 minutes long. Job applicant profiles and aptitude testing. This could be done through a large company's website. Typing tests, math tests, software tests, as well as physical testings for things such as police services.
Phone interviews. So this is actually part of your assessment of your job application. It's a phone skills interview. So it's a pre-screen question that's going to assess some of your skills. So these can average on 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes can be longer depending on the job. This also will be an opportunity to confirm your experience and certifications. So one of the disadvantages of having a phone interview that they're very rarely scheduled. So it's really important to make sure you have an area in your home that will house your resume, your references, your information on your research with that job and company you've applied to. So when that phone call does come in, you're able to answer the phone professionally and are able to go to that spot in your home and have an opportunity to reference all that information when you have your interview over the phone. So another advantage is that you actually have an opportunity to reference and read with your information when you have those questions given to you during your interview. Some of the disadvantages are, as I said previously, that they're not scheduled. So it's really important to make sure that you're ready and available for a phone interview during work hours. Panel interview. This is very similar to a one-to-one interview. However, you're going to be meeting with 2 or more representatives from the company. So this can be a director, manager, HR resource representative, supervisor, or coordinator. Some of the advantages of you have a great opportunity to build a rapport with multiple interviewers. This will give you a more ability to be able to build different strong rapports and able to answer questions with multiple people. This also gives you an opportunity to view the interactions between the employers. How are they connecting with each other during the interview for yourself? Some of the disadvantages, for some people, this can be a very overwhelming experience. There's many people in the room, and as we know, for a lot of people, interviews on its own, even one-to-one, can be very anxiety-provoking. So it's really important to take your time to really prepare, have some friends be able to help you out, have 4 or 5 of them sit in front of you, and do your best to answer those questions and to practice with them. It requires a lot of confidence to engage with all the interviewers effectively. So during this time in a room full of more than one interviewer, it's important to making sure that you're engaging and having great eye contact throughout the room. Your communications are going to be need to be really on par. Group interviews. This is an opportunity for an interviewer to assess the applicant's soft skills, looking at teamwork, communication, your personality within the group. Are you a leader, a follower, ability to work under pressure, and group dynamics? So there's a few ways that a group interview can happen. One of them, you might be sat in a room with 5 different other applicants with one interviewer, asking formalized interviews such as a one-to-one. Another opportunity is you may have been given a pre-assignment prior to your group interview. So you may have to prepare and facilitate something with regards to the job that you've applied to. Another opportunity is the group interview may have you have an assignment or that you have to work with a group when you actually attend the interview. So it will be on the spot assignment.
So virtual interviews. The standard rule applies whether it's an in-person or a virtual interview. So presentation is key. Dressing appropriately, correct backgrounds, no interruptions. These can also be conducted as a one-on-one panel or group interview. The same questions as in-person interviews will also apply in the virtual interviews. And be prepared for using multiple platforms. So Zoom, Skype, Microsoft Teams, and Google Duo. Become experienced with all platform types and practice with a friend or an employment coach before the interview so that you don't have any hiccups with the interviewer on the day of. Thank you for attending this presentation. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to any of our 3 locations.